Okay, in this video we will be covering the respiratory, urinary, and digestive system by Luis Garcia and Joanna Rodriguez.
There's the respiratory and the organs involved. Nose and nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, lungs, and alveoli.
Some of the definition of these organ functions. So, everybody's familiar with the nose, the pharynx, body cavity that connects to the nasal and oral cavities with the larynx and esophagus. It is commonly referred to as the throat. The larynx houses the vocal folds and manipulates pitch and volume. Trachea, a wide hollow tube that connects the larynx or voice box to the bronchi of the lungs. Bronchi are the main passageway into the lungs. The lungs, it is one of the parts of the process of the respiratory which provides our bodies with a continuous supply of oxygen. And lastly, the alveoli. Sorry, I'm reading from the video. Tiny sacs within our lungs that allow oxygen and carbon dioxide to move between the lungs and bloodstream.
The relationship between the organs. There are three major parts of the respiratory system: the airway, the lungs, and the muscles of respiration. The airway, which includes the nose, mouth, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, and bronchioles, carries air between the lungs and the body's exterior.
So the respiratory special structures. First off, the conducting zone. The major functions of the conducting zone is to provide a route to incoming and outgoing air, removes debris and pathogens from the incoming air, and warmth and humidity of the incoming air. The nose and its adjacent structures. The major entrance and exit for the respiratory system is through the nose. When discussing the nose, it is helpful to divide it into two major sections: the external nose and the nasal cavity or internal nose. And I'll go ahead and skip to bronchiometry. The trachea branches into the right and left primary bronchi at the cornea. These bronchi are also lined by physostratified ciliated columnar, containing mucus producing goblet cells. Just go ahead, skip it.
The interrelationship. The respiratory system interacts with other systems, but mainly with the skeletal system. It protects the organs within the respiratory system and other systems such as the digestive, urinary system as well.
Respiratory disorders. Diseases and conditions of the respiratory system fall into two categories: viruses such as influenza, bacterial pneumonia, entavir virus, respiratory virus, and chronic diseases such as asthma and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease.
There's the urinary system and with the organs and functions. The kidneys every day the two kidneys filter about 120 to 150 quarts of blood to produce about 1 to 2 quarts of urine composed of waste and extra fluid. The ureter. The ureter is a tube that carries urine from the kidney to the urinary bladder. There are two ureters, one attached to each kidney. The upper half of the ureter is located in the abdomen, and the lower half is located in the pelvis area. The bladder. The urinary bladder is a muscular sac in the pelvis, just above and behind the pubic bone. When empty, the bladder is about the size and shape of a pear. Urine is made in the kidneys and travels down to tubes called ureters to the bladder. The urethra. The urethra is a tube that carries urine from the bladder to outside of the body in males. It has the additional function of ejaculating semen.
Urinary special structures. How do you say that?
What?
I don't know how to say that.
This one?
Yeah.
Two
Sphincter muscles. These circular muscles help keep urine from leaking by closing tightly like a rubber band around the opening of the bladder. Nerves in the bladder. The nerves alert a person when it is time to urinate or empty the bladder.
The interrelationship of the organs. The urinary system works along with the digestive system to get the job done. That job is to successfully digest food and to push it out of the body, such as food or unnecessary liquid or waste.
Urinary disorders. Some of the most common problems of the urinary system include bladder infections, usually caused by bacteria, enlarged prostate in men. This can make it difficult to empty the bladder. In continuance when urine leaks out of the urethra.
This is the digestive system and the organs. The mouth is the beginning of the digestive tract, and in fact, digestion starts here when taking the first bite of food. The esophagus functions as a conduit for food and liquids that have been swallowed into the pharynx to reach the stomach. The stomach secretes acid and enzymes that digest food. The small intestine is a part of the intestines where 90% of the digestion and absorption of food occurs. In the large intestine absorbs water from the remaining indigestible food matter and transmits the useless waste material from the body. Anus. The anus is the last part of the digestive tract. It is a 2-inch long canal consisting of the pelvic floor muscles and the two anal sphincters, internal and external. The liver produces proteins that are important in blood clotting. It is also one of the organs that breaks down old or damaged blood cells. The pancreas plays an essential role in converting the food we eat into fuel for the body cells.
Digestive disorders, gastroesophageal reflux disease, gallstones, celiac disease, Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, irritable bowel syndrome, and hemorrhoids. And that is the end of this video.